Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Brittany Bowman.
And I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse.
And welcome to our Friday edition of FSU Weather.
Yeah, we're going to have an interesting show for you. It's a two-man show, so it's just going to be Brittany and I. So thanks for tuning in and going on this lovely adventure with us.
Yeah, so when I woke up this morning, it was pretty chilly. I needed my jacket, and by the time I went back out later, I did not need that jacket. It was pretty warm outside.
Yeah, when I walked out, it was really nice. I wasn't able to feel those morning-like temperatures, but I feel like, right now we're in that awkward position of cooler mornings where you need that jacket and then shedding the layers when you get into the afternoon time.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to kind of expect things to warm up over the next week or so and stay pretty warm as we go into the week.
Yeah, high 70s are coming back and muggier conditions too. So dew points jumping back up into those 70s. So yeah, it's going to be on the muggy side. You won't need your chapstick for this week.
Yeah, and if you weren't a fan of that cold weather, doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any colder conditions like we did the last couple of nights for a while.
Yeah, as you're going to see, we have a cold front situated out into the south, bringing a lot of rain and flooding threats, I know, for the southeast, which we're going to be talking about soon. But I think for now, you're going to probably have to go out and give us a little sneak peek of the show.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on locally here. Currently 66 degrees. Now, as I said before, we did warm up into the 70s after a chilly start to the day, and also mostly cloudy conditions throughout the day, and that southerly wind out of the south giving us that moisture, so more muggier conditions are expected. Looking at our current satellite and radar, we see those clouds that we saw all day, so it helped us not get too warm outside. So you weren't really sweating on your way to class, so hopefully clouds gave you some cover to help you on your walk to class. Looking at the bigger picture, we see that frontal system off to our north, keeping most of the precip also north of our area. And we will stick around with these chances of rain. As you can see, some spottier showers are making their way towards the Tallahassee area, so we will keep those smaller rain chances in the forecast. Showing you that Saturday into Sunday, 20% chances of rain warming up into the upper 70s, and by Monday, still sticking in the 70s we're going to increase those rain chances over to 40%. For now, I'm going to take things back over with Sarah to talk about our Metro City area we're going to be talking about today, and also what we're going to be talking about next week.
Yeah, if you remembered last week, we did pick Cleveland, but it is Sammy's hometown, so we wanted to postpone that and move it to next week. So today we're going to be talking about Baltimore, which is going to be a totally different story.
Yeah, Sammy's on her way to Cleveland, so safe travels. We know some weather is keeping you up from maybe some holding you back on the travel time, but we're going to be talking about something a little different.
Yeah, definitely a lot cooler temperatures up there as they have that cold front push through it. For us, it's going to be sticking warm for us here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, where would you rather be, Tallahassee or up in Baltimore?
I don't know. You'll see in those cold-like temperatures. I'm more of like in the middle, like Tallahassee.
Maybe somewhere in between.
Yes, Tallahassee's slowly getting to that point where I'm like, oh, it's getting too warm. I don't know.
I think I like a variety. I think I like when we kind of had that last week. We had summer-like days and then winter-like days where it felt a lot colder and other days felt more muggier and warmer.
Yeah, but for now I'm going to go over to our local to bring things more bigger view of what's going on here into Tallahassee. Right now for our almanac though, it did get up to at least, I think it was 70 degrees out there. So it was pretty nice out there. I'm going to move off through. Sorry, we have a two-man show. It's going to be a really interesting show for you guys, so just stay with us. So we hit 72, so just a little bit above average, but still on that nice mark of very pleasant conditions, though we were on the lower side for our low at 34, so as Brittany said, you did need that jacket as you're going out through your day, but kind of shedding those layers as we got into the afternoon time. Now, current conditions right now, we are dropping at a nice 66 degrees, keeping that cloud cover, have a nice breeze of 8 miles per hour coming out from the south, bringing a lot of that moisture here into Tallahassee. Now, zooming out into the Big Bend area, overall, very nice conditions around. We have Bainbridge at 72, Quincy at 70, and then a little bit cooler over in St. Mark's at 64. But overall, a very nice day if you're going out on the town as we get into the weekend time. Now, into our dew points, they are increasing as we do have southerly winds bringing a lot of that Gulf moisture. So you're not going to be needing your chapstick for the rest of the week because there's those winds bringing up that Gulf moisture. Most areas sitting pretty calm and breezy in areas, Quincy and Mariana being the more higher spots at 13 and 10 miles per hour. Satellite radar, not much going on here, just that cloud cover pushing their way through. Not really a raindrop in sight. Most of that rain staying off into the Tennessee Valley area where we have this frontal system located in the southeast. But you're thinking, ooh, this might bring us cooler temperatures. no, it's going to stall out and just stick here, bringing a lot of flooding concerns, which Brittany's going to talk about in her southeast and what we're going to talk more about in our desk. But it's not going to come into our area, so we're just going to be keeping those warm temperatures and muggy conditions. As you see in those futurecasts, not a rain is in sight, just that cloud cover keeping around and those southerly winds bringing up a lot of that moisture into the weekend. So definitely I would suggest maybe going out to the res and getting your tan on. It's going to be a really nice weekend to go out. And then moving on into tonight, though, warmer conditions persist on into the evening. So yesterday was our last night to get those cooler like temperatures, sitting in those high 50s and lower 60s. Bainbridge at 61, Quincy at 57. And then if you want to go out walking your dog, the morning time is going to be your best bet going out. 63 for that morning time, and then warming up to 75 degrees. So you might be a little bit sweaty if you're going out running with your dog in that afternoon, evening time. But overall, going to be a nice day out there with partly cloudy skies and not have to worry about the rain showers. Now for tomorrow, we're still going to be warming up to 76 into Quincy, 76 into Tallahassee as well, 75 up into Camella, but otherwise going to be warming conditions. So definitely if you're going out, make sure you have that sunscreen on hand and always make sure to stay hydrated. But for the 7-day forecast, we do have rain chances staying pretty dry in those warmer like temperatures, 78 onto Sunday, and then rain chances pop back up, but a little bit on the lower side, but those muggier conditions are going to stick around. And then we also have that 80 mark coming up on Friday. So definitely warm conditions are coming here into Florida. But for now, I'm going to send things over to Brittany with the Southeast.
Thanks, Sarah. Now, our part of the Southeast going to see some drier conditions, especially South Florida, but our friends up north will see those rain chances over the next week, especially in the next week, but we'll touch more on that in a bit. But for now, 66 in Tallahassee, going over to Texas, 85 degrees in San Antonio, but when you look up into Oklahoma City, 28 degrees. You can really see where that frontal system is located, separating that colder air and that warmer air, and it's also separating that moist air versus the dry air. All these dew points you see in the 50s and 60s, not too terribly muggy, but you're definitely feeling that mugginess in the air. But make that trip up into Little Rock with that 37-degree dew point, it feels very dry. You're going to need your chapstick up there for sure. Looking at the winds, they also tell that story where you see all these winds coming from the south off the Gulf. That's where you get all those more humid conditions. When you look up to the northern parts of the southeast and you see that wind coming from the north, it's bringing in that drier air as well as those cooler temperatures. And that's all divided by this cold front you see. Also the precipitation staying off to the north of the front, and that precipitation will continue to move towards the east. You can see the rain in the greener colors, the snow in the purple, and then a mixture of some ice in that pink color. So that's going to continue to cause some travel problems as it moves across the United States. But this isn't the system that is going to bring all the rain into the southeast with the next couple of days. Zooming in, you can see again that really fine line of where that rain turns into mixed precipitation such as ice and sleet and into snow. But this will continue to move out of the area. We can see that on our forecast over the next 24 hours. It moves through fairly quickly off to the east, and the front tries to come up with a squall line, which we're used to seeing this time of the year, but you can see not much is there, that will continue to die off as it moves toward the south. That's why Tallahassee won't see much of a rain chance or a cool down, because this front is just going to stall out. But we'll see those better rain chances as we go into next week. For your New Orleans Gulf forecast, looking like a great day. 8 a.m., 64 degrees, and we'll stick around with those cloudy skies as we go into the afternoon, but a high around 76 degrees at 3 p.m. is expected, so a nice perfect day to go golfing. But New Orleans will see some rain tonight with that temperature of 64 degrees, as well as Jackson also getting in on that rain, but much cooler there with that temperature of 47. Florida looking like a really nice place to be, especially down in Key West with that temperature of 72 degrees, but hitting that freezing mark in Lubbock at 32 degrees. For tomorrow, that front you can see really doesn't move. You still see that temperature gradient where you have those warmer temperatures still in the same locations. Houston sitting at 72 degrees with Little Rock sitting at 45, and those rain chances you'll notice have moved off to the east. Charlotte at 55 degrees for that high, and the rain chances will stick over there. But Florida looking like a very nice place to be. If I had to pick a place, I would definitely pick Florida. For the rainfall potential over the next week, you can see over 7 inches of rain is expected in places such as Atlanta, going into northern Alabama and Georgia, as well as parts of Tennessee. And this is all because of that frontal system stalling out as another system approaches, bringing in some really heavy chances of rain for the Tennessee River Valley.
Yeah, definitely. We'll talk more about that since we have a high pressure near the Bahamas, and then we also have a southward plunge of that jet stream that's kind of trapping that frontal system, making it stall out, bringing abundance of moisture from the Gulf, really fueling a lot of that rain chances that they're going to have there.
Yeah, that's going to bring really widespread rain chances for the areas I just mentioned, and we'll have to look out for those flood watches that will probably be issued pretty shortly because of that risk of flash flooding and also just some localized flooding.
Yeah, definitely. I know I was reading places like they're getting ready to open up the dams, releasing water as they're seeing rivers like the Tennessee River out in Savannah, Tennessee is seeing their levels already starting to go up as they've been seeing a lot of rain in the past year as well.
Yeah, and the models are showing that this swath of rain will go through Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, but those exact locations where we're expecting those really heavy rainfall totals aren't quite certain yet, but those flood watches will be issued as we go into the next few days.
Yeah, definitely. So make sure you don't drive into flooded areas. So turn around, don't drown, don't do it. Even if you have a vehicle that, like a truck or a Jeep, don't do it, please. You just never know how much.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. You don't know how much water is there. So definitely make sure to watch out when we'll probably have those watches out for you here onto FSU Weather, so make sure you're following us on all our social media outlets.
For sure. And also, if you live near any rivers, will also be a concern as you get this heavy rainfall, as those rivers could reach maximum flood stages.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I know for even the South in general has been seeing wet conditions for this year overall. So definitely really going to be seeing, I won't be surprised we'll get to see a lot of news outlets bringing out those flooding concerns out there.
For sure, but let's take a look nationally now. We're not just seeing rain in the forecast for many areas, but we're also seeing some snow and some really cold conditions. Billings, Montana, is sitting at 23 degrees right now, but San Antonio is still in the 80s, 85 degrees for over there. When you go out west, San Francisco getting some rain at 47 degrees, and Seattle is also sitting at 47 degrees. A big difference as you move around the country. Anyone doing any traveling should probably feel some really big differences as you're driving from south to north especially. Also, the dew points, most of the country is really dry. All these tan to brown colors indicate really dry conditions, especially that 9-degree dew point in Kansas City. But looking at the southeast, especially Florida, Miami sitting at a 67-degree dew point. That is definitely feeling more on the humid side, but San Antonio sitting at 53 degrees. They're probably more comfortable for sure. And those dew points are being separated by this frontal system, also allowing all that precipitation right now through the Tennessee River Valley. But as we said before, this isn't the exact system that's going to bring those really heavy amounts of rainfall. That will be as this next system starts to make its way into this stalled out stationary system that will be in the picture the next couple days. Zooming into the northeast, you can see some rain mostly in the northeast, but some snow is being switched over into parts of Maine and also into upstate New York. And where you see this snow is also where you see the winter weather advisories in effect for just east of the Great Lakes for New York, upstate New York, and also a majority of Maine also in effect that winter weather advisory. Zooming in more towards the Tennessee, it looks like the whole state of Tennessee is covered in rain right now, but when you move north, that's where you see that switch over into that sleet and that winter mix, and that's why there's also a winter weather advisory in effect for most of Missouri. Going out to the northeast, or the northwest, here's a look at the next system, and you could really see the mountain effect where you see that rain to the west. Those are lower elevations, and then you can see it switches into snow as you move into the mountain ranges. And exactly where those mountain ranges are where you have the winter weather advisories in the purple and the winter storm warnings in pink. So you have some really heavy snowfall as well as some really strong winds occurring there right now. Over the next 24 hours, I just want to point out this system once again as it moves quickly out into the east, bringing rain into the Carolinas and parts of Virginia and West Virginia, quickly moving out into the Atlantic, and we're going to stay fairly cloudy over the next couple of days until this next system makes its way towards the east and will bring those rain chances and heavy potential rain chances for parts of the Tennessee River Valley. But for tonight, 9 degrees for Kansas City, as well as 12 degrees for Billings. Still raining in San Francisco at 47 degrees. The southeast staying pretty mild, where you see 64 degrees in New Orleans, as well as 62 in Miami. Dallas-Fort Worth sitting at 33 degrees, but when you head down to South Texas, 53 degrees. You can definitely tell the difference as you're traveling through Texas. For tomorrow, Miami hitting 80 degrees. I would love to spend a beach day there, but I would not want to be in Billings at 18 degrees. Not really much you can do outside with temperatures like that, but the southeast looking beautiful as the rain moves out of the area. For now, I'm going to send things over to Sarah to zoom in towards Baltimore.
Thanks, Brittany. So currently here in Baltimore, we're sitting nice temperatures, a lot cooler than we are sitting here. Baltimore at 60. We have Westminster at 57, and then Fort Meade at 59. So nice conditions over there, and that's all going to really change as we have a frontal system pushing its way through. Current dew points right now a lot drier than we are here, so definitely going to have that chapstick and that lotion on hand for you guys in up there in Northeast. So 36 in Westminster, 43 in Middle River. So definitely drier conditions as we have these winds coming out from the southwest, bringing pretty nice out there. Most places staying pretty calm. Just, RBD 14. I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologize, but the little bit fastest speeds of 14 miles per hour. Now, Silent Radar, a lot more cloud cover than that we were seeing here. So a bit more on the gloomier side over there. And as we zoom out, there's that frontal system I've been talking about that's going to be bringing in those cooler-like temperatures and drier dew points as well. So currently in the next 24 hours, that cloud cover is going to stick around, but as we move into your Saturday evening, that's all going to really clear out there. It is beautiful conditions out if you're going out on the town for your weekend. Definitely a good bet to go out there. And also with those winds, you can really see when this frontal system pushes its way out, bringing in those northerly-like winds and speeding up in some areas and Middle River, but settling out into the north at 5 miles per hour. Now tonight, going to be sitting more on the cooler side than we've been seeing here. 34 into, I can't even see that. 36 in Annapolis, 36 in the Baltimore, and Edgewood at 33, so a lot cooler out there. So definitely have that jacket on hand as you're going to be a little bit more cooler, and make sure to take care of your pets out there as it is cold out there. Now for tomorrow though, whoa, big difference than we'll be seeing here in Florida. 40 degrees as that frontal system is pushing its way through, bringing more of those cooler-like temperatures. 40 in Manchester, 43 in Columbia, and then Centerville at 43 as well. So definitely going to have your jacket on hand for that for tomorrow, but partly cloudy skies, so not going to have to worry about any rain chances for you guys up into Baltimore. But for now, we're going to bring our way back into Florida. Totally different story. They were sitting blues. We're sitting in those warmer-like conditions here in Tallahassee, sitting at 66 degrees currently, 71 in Tampa, and then Fort Myers at 73, and Miami sitting at 74 as well. So warmer conditions here into the Florida area, and going to be kind of persisting as well. Dew points right now, we're still on just the comfortable side, except for Miami, sitting a bit more humid over there, and that's all due to these winds bringing in a lot of that moisture, either from the Atlantic or from the Gulf. So bringing a lot of this moisture, that's why our dew points are in those 50s and pushing up into those 60s, and that's going to consist for the rest of the week. So definitely don't need your chapstick. You're going to be very humid out there. Your hair is going to, ladies are going to feel the effects of this. So definitely muggy conditions are going to make a comeback in for the weekend, feeling more like summer here as well. Satellite radar pretty much quiet around Florida. Just that cloud cover just moving its way through as we have that high pressure system bringing us more calmer conditions here around Florida. So I'm going to zoom up into the panhandle right now. Just that cloud cover sitting around, and we have our tonight's forecast going to be sitting in those 50s and 60s. So really nice temperatures if you're going out on the town. 62 in Panama City, and Bluntstown at 59, Mariana at 60, St. Mark's at 57. So very nice if you're going out. So for Central Florida and more parts of Northern Florida and Jacksonville, they're sitting in that cloud cover, just light cloud cover, nothing too serious out there. So definitely good conditions to go out on the town or go out to the beach to see that sunset. Into Jacksonville, sitting at 52 degrees, Ocala at 51, closer to my hometown. I know Brittany at 53, into Spring Hill, and then Melbourne at 54. Now moving on into South Florida, as you get closer and closer, you're going to see those warmer-like conditions, but we're surprisingly not seeing any activity. I know most time when I do Florida, you see some showers off the coast, offshore, off in Miami. But pretty much not too bad there if you're going out boating for the evening. Very good conditions to go out. Tonight's forecast, though, going to dip down in those high 50s, lower 60s, 61 in Homestead, 62 in Fort Lauderdale, Sarasota at 59. So beautiful conditions as you're going out in the town. So for the next 24 hours, definitely going to have that cloud cover hit and miss as it moves off through, but not really any chance of some rain showers here in the next 24 hours. There's that cloud cover kind of creep its way through, and you see that frontal system start to die out up into our northern parts. But other than that, not really going to be seeing much here. Maybe a few spotty showers offshore if you're going out boating. Other than that, not too bad out for the weekend. Just that cloud cover and little spots clearing out onto your Saturday evening. Now for tomorrow, though, whoa. Warmer conditions are coming back, 80 degrees into Miami. So definitely, I would suggest going out to the beach for the weekend. 76 into Tampa, Tallahassee at 76 as well. So warmer conditions here around Florida. Definitely warm conditions. Yes, feeling more summer and spring while the rest of the nation's feeling more colder-like temperatures for now. But for now, I'm going to bring it back over to the desk with Brady. Oh, yes, I need to bring the clicker. Well,
we're going to have our producer bring us our clicker while we start to talk about our events going around town. We have baseball games,
yes,
softball games,
yes,
and golf forecast to talk about.
We always have to have a golf forecast here on the Friday show. So we're going to wait for our producer. Sorry, I forgot to bring the mic, so this is going to be interesting. So, but for baseball, they're doing a noon game and a 4 p.m. game here into Tallahassee.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the forecast for baseball. Looking like a beautiful weekend. Yes. They're actually playing right now.
Yes.
Last I heard, we were winning, so that's a good thing. Let's talk about basketball first. Yes. We have that tip-off for tomorrow at 2 p.m. with those partly cloudy skies. So that's going to be at Georgia Tech. So if you're heading off to that game, probably not too far of a drive.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Looks like good conditions.
For baseball, sitting at 62 degrees, but warming up at 4 p.m. at 76. Whew, that's getting a little bit up there into those 80s. But then cooling down as you get into the evening time, so definitely a good time into the afternoon and the evening part of the game. Definitely a good day to go out for that.
Sounds like a good game to go to also. And also softball's playing tomorrow. We have games at 1 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. So when you have that first pitch at about 1 p.m., 75 degrees and mostly sunny skies. Looking really ideal. Maybe you can just get away with a hat and definitely some bottled water. And for that night game at 7 p.m., temperatures in the lower 70s, so that should be really, really nice to enjoy.
Yeah, definitely to go out there and cheer on our team. They're playing on LSU and Minnesota. We also have our women's basketball game. Tip-off is on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Mostly cloudy skies here at home, playing against Pittsburgh. So pretty nice day, 74 degrees. Not too bad.
Not too shabby. Looks really nice to get there.
Yeah, definitely. And then last but not least, the golf forecast.
We have small chances of rain.
Yeah.
This is for the Genesis Open. Small chances of rain, so definitely try to pack an umbrella. And also it's going to get a little chilly on Sunday along with that chance of rain. So probably maybe some breezier conditions as well.
Yeah, definitely. But I think I would rather have that 60 than the 70.
No, for sure. Yeah. So let's take a look now more locally. We should be starting out with a nice live view of our local camera, looking out at Doak Campbell Stadium. There it is in the background. Mostly cloudy skies, as you see in that beautiful picture, looking at those nice colors as the sun sets with temperatures in the mid-60s. And again, that wind coming out of the south at 8 miles per hour, bringing in those more humid conditions. Across the area, we're still sitting in the 60s and 70s for a majority of the area. Bainbridge still holding on to 70 degrees as we look down towards the coast. Apalachicola sitting at a nice 64 degrees and actually getting some mostly sunny skies. Current dew points all in the 50s. Again, just some slightly humid conditions. You can definitely feel the difference as what we've been used to seeing over the last few weeks. 54-degree dew point in Tallahassee. And we'll stick around with these muggier conditions. Looking at our muggy media, we all kind of on the borderline of a little muggy to drier conditions, so we are giving smile faces for most of the state of Florida, but Miami's feeling a lot more muggier, as well as West Palm Beach, so we have some frowny faces down there for them. Looking at the winds, that wind coming out of the south, bringing in that moisture, 8 miles per hour in Tallahassee, a little more breezier than we are seeing in Wilma at 3 miles per hour. Satellite and radar shows the clouds moving through the area and also the precipitation staying off to our north. So that will be key as we go into the next couple of days, just how far south this rain will make it. But again, it will be very light and very spotty over the next couple of days as this front starts to station out and linger around over the next couple days. This bulk of rain will move off to the east, but the next system that will be interfering with this frontal boundary will bring a lot of rain up north of us, but just some spotty showers for us. Looking at the next 24 hours, clouds stick around and there's the chance of some spotty showers as we're predicting on our models right now. So anything that comes will be short-lived and definitely very light, not looking at any factors such as thunder and lightning. This will stick around. Same case for Saturday night as we go into the evening hours. Mostly cloudy conditions with that chance of rain. For tonight, we'll dip down into the upper 50s, not as cool as we saw the last couple nights with partly cloudy skies, and that wind will stick out of the south-southwest at 4 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, 77 degrees. We'll give it a 20% chance of rain just in case we get any of those showers making their way through the area, but we're going to stick around with those mostly cloudy skies once again, and the wind's going to start to shift just slightly more towards the west at a west-southwest wind at 10 miles per hour. And for your Gulf forecast for tomorrow, looking at nice conditions, 61 degrees if your tea time is at 8 a.m. Going into noon, we'll get into those 70s and nice conditions around 3 p.m. with that temperature of 75 degrees. For your week ahead, you'll see those rain chances are going to stick around. I have no good news as far as no rain. The whole week is full of rain chances and some warm conditions, getting up to 78 degrees on Sunday. Some locations around our area could see temperatures in the 80s. Lows will stick around and start to be more consistent in the 60s as we go in through the next week. And as the next system starts to try to approach our area, we're going to keep those rain chances even into next week. So looking at definitely a more warmer than usual pattern going on, especially for this time of the year. And our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook also shows us this, which I'll bring up here for you now. And also, we're going to see likely colder conditions, definitely for most parts of the western parts of the country, but for as far as the southeast and the east, we're definitely going to be looking at some warmer than average conditions.
Yeah, definitely. So don't need those jackets anymore. I mean, our lows are what we've been used to seeing in those 60s. So definitely a big change from seeing 60s for those highs and now higher 70s.
Yeah, and I definitely would rather it stay warm all day versus be chilly in the morning and then turn warm in the afternoon, just because you have to have those layers on and everything and keep switching.
Yeah, so we're still in that awkward position of those cooler like temperatures but warmer conditions. So, but if you like this warm condition, well, this week is your week, but we're going to be fighting against the humidity.
And we're also going to be fighting for that sunshine. We're looking at mostly cloudy conditions for a majority of this time. So it's a really nice day to go out to the pool or go head down to the coast or the beach. But those clouds might be that deciding factor where it's going to stop you from enjoying that sun.
Yeah, but definitely. But since it is getting warmer, make sure you're staying hydrated. As I know, if you're going to walk into class, you're going to become pretty sweaty with those high 70s. So definitely make sure to stay hydrated as well.
Yeah, and follow us on Twitter. We'll give you all the updates. Twitter.com/FSU weather.
And we also like us on Facebook. We'll be posting our social media post on there.
And also, you can watch us live on YouTube every night. We stream at 6 p.m. Monday through Friday /FSU weather.
And follow us on Instagram. Send us your pictures. I know spring is slowly starting to make itself known. Bring us some flower pics. I mean, or cloud sunset pics. We love that stuff. We love to make sure to plug you in and maybe post it on our
for sure. Post it on our social media and air it on our show. But for us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Brittany Bowman.
And I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse. Have a great night.